Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jai Hind, and welcome to Khan Global Studies. I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good evening and Jai Hind. So, I hope all of you are doing well. So, any one of you who have gone for this UPPCS examination? Good evening, Prince. Good evening, Siddharth. So, have any one of you gone for this UPPCS examination? Good evening, Arman. Good evening, Disha. Good evening, N. Khan. Good evening. So, how is your preparation going on? How is your preparation going on? Any one of you who have appeared for UPPCS exam? No. So let's start our discussion. The topics which we are going to discuss today. The first topic which we have with us is with respect to the population figure. So through this one topic, we will try to understand the different population figure of India. We will also try to see the sex ratio of India and other things. So this is the first topic which we are going to discuss. The second topic which we will be discussing is about solar challenge. Like we have got this rooftop solar scheme. So in that context, we are going to talk about this one thing, that what is the scheme all about. Then we will also try to see how much has been achieved, what may be the benefit, the possible benefit of this scheme. We will also try to see that why it has not been achieved so far. Then snow leopard. So this is another topic which we are going to discuss, and Nobel in economics. The one final prize which was remaining, Nobel in economics. So this is one another topic which we are going to discuss in today's session. But we will start with some of the practice question. So here we have the first question. Consider the following pairs: Samudra Shakti, India, Sri Lanka; Varun, India, US; Konkan exercise, India, UK. Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? The first pair is saying Samudra Shakti, India and Sri Lanka; Varun, India and US; and Konkan exercise, India and UK. So which of them are correctly matched? That is the question. That which of them are correctly matched here? The option. C option and B option. So if you look at this, first one is Samudra Shakti. It is India and Indonesia. We are having this exercise with Indonesia. So this first option is incorrect here. Varun, that is India and France. The second option is also incorrect here. Konkan exercise, that is India and UK. So answer here will be option number C, that is 3 only. Here the option will be option number C, that is 3 only. So answer C will be correct here. Second is saying, consider the following statements. Coral reefs are generally present in abyssal plains of tropical areas. Most of the coral reef are concentrated in western side of continents in Pacific Ocean. So which of the statements given above are correct? Here we have question number 2. Coral reefs are generally present in abyssal plains of tropical areas. Second is saying most of the coral reef are concentrated in western side of continents in Pacific Ocean. So here we are having the second question. D option. D option is neither one nor two. Are you sure D option will be correct? A option, C option. So if you look at this, see, if you have read geography, you may be aware about this, that when we are looking at the oceans, it starts like this. Then there is continental shelf. Then there is abyssal plain. So abyssal plain is the bottom area of it. This is the part of continental shelf. This is the area called as continental shelf. Continental shelf. So coral reef are present here. Here you will find the coral reef. Coral reef are present in the continental shelf area, which are having lower depth, or which are the shallow regions. So the coral reef, they are mostly concentrated in the shallow regions of the oceans, not the abyssal plains. This is the area of abyssal plain. So first option is incorrect. Most of the coral reef are concentrated in western side of continents in Pacific Ocean. Western side has cold current. Western side has cold current like Humboldt or Peru current or West Australian current. So in this location, we are not having the coral reef. Rather, we will find we are having the coral triangle on the eastern side of Indonesia and other countries. So there we are having majority of the corals. At that place itself, in the coral triangle area, we are having the majority of the coral reef. So second option is also incorrect. Answer will be option number D, neither one nor two. With reference to minimum support price, consider the following statements. All crops at MSP are procured by the union or state government. MSP rates are finalized by CACP. MSP has been provided as a legal guarantee in India. So how many statements are correct here? So abyssal plain is not having any sunlight. That's correct. So that's why there will not be any such coral reef. Coral reef are dependent on sunlight. So here we are having question number 3, minimum support price. Good evening, Anjali. A option. Here we are having the first one, all crops at MSP are procured by the union or state government. MSP rates are finalized by CACP. Third is saying MSP has been provided as a legal guarantee in India. How many statements given above are correct? A option. Anjali, due to some health issues, I could not take class yesterday. Even today, I am having a little bit of cold. A option. So if you look at this, all crops at MSP are procured by union or state government. This is simply not possible. This is not possible. Only some crops are procured by the union or state government. Mostly it is wheat or paddy, not all the crops. The first option is incorrect. Second is saying MSP rates are finalized by Commission on Agricultural Cost and Prices, CACP. It is only giving recommendation, not finalization. This only recommended. Finalization is done by CCEA, Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. This is the one committee which will be finalizing the rate. So second one is also correct. Third one, you know that there is no such legal guarantee of MSP. So correct answer will be option number D. That is none. Yes, a bit better. So I hope that is clear. So why wrong answers? Why wrong answers? No revision. The MSP question should not be incorrect. Questions related to MSP should not be incorrect. It is one of the most famous, most discussed article. So you should be having more grasp over MSP. IR, for IR, I will suggest you newspapers only. Newspaper plus your basic notes. Basic notes with respect to history of India's foreign policy. Otherwise, newspapers are best. Now, coming to today's topic, the first one is about the population figure. Okay. So first, we are going to talk about this, the population figure in case of India, that what has been happening in India with respect to the population. We will try to see it one by one. Yes, that will be sufficient, Disha. So let's see this one part. There is this report which has been compiled by the Registrar General of India. The Registrar General of India. So he has come up with this report, and what we see that there are around 2.52 crore people who have been born in India. Around 2.52 crore new birth it has taken place in 2023. But when you compare it, when you compare this 2.32 lakh less than 2022 means birth declining. If you compare it with 2022, there were less 2.32 lakh lesser number of children in India in 2023 as compared to 2022. So number of newborns are declining. We have been talking about this trend that India's population is going to start to decline. Now you can see this part also, that in 2022 we were having more children born in India, and now we are seeing the numbers are declining. Now the numbers are declining. Okay. Then 86.6 lakh deaths that has been reported in 2023. It is just a minor increase. It is just a minor increase. There were around 86.5 lakh deaths in 2022. It is 86.6 lakhs. But the second part is that our population, the increase in population is now starting to decrease. That rate of population increase is now declining. So this is the first part which we can get from this article. The second thing is about the sex ratio. Second thing is about the sex ratio, which we can see from here. In case of Jharkhand, it is the lowest in case of any state. Jharkhand has the lowest sex ratio in the entire country. It stands at 899. Bihar, it stands for 900. Then in the same manner, you can see Haryana is at 911. This is for the new birth which is coming place. The birth of new children. This is all about the birth of new children. What we see that, like since 2020, Bihar has been recording the lowest sex rates. Okay. So the lowest sex ratio has been there in Bihar from 2020 itself. Now Jharkhand has gone further lower. Jharkhand has got 899 females per 1000 male. Per 1000 male, we have only 899 females in case of Jharkhand. The states which are having better performances, you can see highest sex ratio is in Arunachal Pradesh. Highest sex ratio is in case of Arunachal Pradesh, where it is 1085 per 1000 male. In case of Nagaland, it is 1007. In Goa, 973. Ladakh, 972. Tripura also 972. And Kerala also 967. So you can see only some states are having more, that is Arunachal and Nagaland. Only these states are having more number of women as compared to male. Okay. In case of other states, like when we are talking about Jharkhand, Bihar, Telangana, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Haryana, you can see there is a huge decline in the sex ratio. And this is the new ones. This is the new ones. It is not about the historical one. it is talking about the growth of new babies, the growth of new babies. So here you can see that in some states it is quite on the lower side, even in the present times. So Haryana has seen somewhat improvement, other states are on downward side. So that is the gender imbalance which we see in our population. It is the gender imbalance that we can see in our population. So what we see here, like if we look at this, like birth rate, this is something which is declining. Second thing, death rate, it is almost same. This is something which is almost same. There is only a marginal increase. Sex ratio, if we talk about this, in some states it is better, in some states it is quite worse. In some states it is quite worse, in some states it is quite better. So this is as per the report which has been compiled by the National Registrar of India. Okay. So this is by the Registrar General of India. The Registrar General has compiled this report about the population figure. So when you are writing the answers, you can use some new data also. You are writing some answers with respect to women, with respect to states, or with respect to the general population figure, you can quote this data. In prelims exam also, in state PCS or in general, you might expect a question on this. So this is the first topic. This is the first topic which we have to see. I hope it's clear. गगनयान से पहले एस्ट्रोनॉट्स रशिया में किस चीज की प्रैक्टिस करेंगे? जीरो ग्रेविटी. जीरो ग्रेविटी. नहीं, Shyamu, see, there is one thing. What it was saying that it is 2.52 crore in 2023. In 2022, it was like 2.52 crore plus 2.32 lakh, which will be roughly equal to this one will be roughly equal to 2.54 crore. It will be roughly equal to 2.54 crore. So in 2022, it was 2.54 crore. In 2023, it is on the lesser side. So that is what it is being told in this one topic. So now we have this one thing, rooftop solar scheme. Rooftop solar installation scheme. Or this has been given another name, PM Surya Ghar Yojana. प्रधानमंत्री सूर्य घर योजना, PM सूर्य घर योजना. PM Surya Ghar Yojana. So this has been one of the very famous topics. This has been one of the very famous topics. This were in prelims also. Might you have got a question with respect to PM Surya Ghar Yojana. So if we are talking about this PM Surya Ghar Yojana, what is the context here? What is the context? Context is that only 13% target achieved so far. Only 13% target has been achieved so far. What is the target in actual? What is the target? The target is to have 1 crore solar rooftop installation. 1 crore solar rooftop installation. That is the target. Okay. That is the target that we are having 1 crore solar rooftop installation. 1 crore solar rooftop installation. That is one thing which we are having, in case of the schemes program, the aim of the scheme. But so far there has been achievement of only 13%, and in that context we are going to talk about this scheme. So let's see this, like what is the aim here. The aim we have seen, we have a target of 1 crore solar rooftop installation. There is budget of 75,021 crore rupees. This is the budget of the scheme, and it has a timeline. It has a timeline that it has to be completed by 26-27. Means you will find that only 1 year is remaining now. 1 and you can say 3 or 4 months. We are here in the month of October. Now there is 5 months remaining, and then we have 1 year. So 1 year, 5 months are remaining, and only 13% of the target it has been achieved so far. So if we look at this, what it is doing, it is providing subsidy. It is providing subsidy up to 8 lakh rupees. Okay. It is providing subsidy at like 8 lakh rupees. Okay. So subsidy up to, sorry, not 8 lakh, subsidy up to 60%. Subsidy up to 60% of installation cost. Subsidy up to 60% of installation cost of rooftop solar scheme. Rooftop solar cells. It is providing subsidy up to 60%. Like there is a limit that 30,000 rupees as subsidy for 1 kV system, 60,000 for 2 kV system, and then 78,000, that is the maximum subsidy for 3 kV or higher. So for domestic purposes, it is going to be, it is going to provide this rooftop solar installation, and it is providing subsidy here. Now in this case, who all are eligible? Who will be eligible for this scheme? Who will be eligible for this scheme? First thing which is required, that must be Indian citizen. Okay. The first thing is must be Indian citizen. Must have a house with roof. With suitable roof. And here it is for the owner. It is for the owner only. It is not for the tenant. It is not for the tenant. It is for the owner only. And they must have a valid electricity connection. So there is another requirement, that must have valid electricity connection. They must have valid electricity connection. So that is also one thing which is required. Then it should not have availed any other subsidy. Should not have availed any other subsidy related to solar energy. Related to solar energy. So they must not have availed any such another subsidy with respect to solar energy. So in that condition, they are going to get this rooftop solar installation. They are going to get subsidy for it. For 1 kilowatt, it is going to be 30,000, then 60,000, then 78,000. So maximum, this is the subsidy which is fixed. It is for domestic users. It is not for commercial users. So this is the aim of the government. Now, can you tell me that what can be the possible benefits? What can be the possible benefits of rooftop solar installation? Can you tell me what can be the possible benefit of the rooftop solar installation. Give me some 4-5 good points. That what will be the benefit? What will be the benefit? Okay. Renewable energy, CO2 will reduce, lower cost in electricity, energy security, eco-friendly. Okay. Anything else? There is one part that emissions will reduce, fine. That's correct. Like instead of having a solar farm, why government is focused on promoting rooftop solar installation? Regional connection. Regional connection. Also what? Also what is what? As per tailored need. See, if you look at the possible benefits, if you look at the potential benefits, if you look at the potential benefits, first thing which you can see is like it will be decentralized energy. Decentralized energy. Then we see that it is going to be lower cost, save emissions or reduce emissions, you can say, reduce emissions. Energy security, energy security. Then we will also, along with energy security, you can also say energy independence, energy independence. So the decentralized energy, lower cost, reduce emission. We will also see that reduction in logistic cost, logistic cost. Whenever there is transfer of electricity, from electricity department to our homes, there is loss of energy, that is called as transmission loss. Transmission loss. So transmission loss is something which can be reduced if we are having rooftop solar installation. You can also claim, you can also say that this is going to bring Atmanirbharta in energy. It is going to bring the self-reliance in energy. So this is one part. It can provide for many of the needs. It can fulfill the needs of the emerging population, emerging market. So that is one thing. But despite several initiatives, despite several push, what we see that only 13% has been done so far. Why? Because of the approval process. It is taking around 4 months also, from 45 days to 4 months. That is the time for approval. At the same time, subsidy is being provided only for domestic procurement, means only for domestic goods, only for domestic panels. And domestic panels are costlier. Domestic panels are costlier as compared to the other available panels in the market. There are a number of regions. Subsidy process is also delayed. Then we see that the requirement of domestic procurement is also hindering it. Then we have the long process of approval. This is the regions behind the slow adoption of this PM solar rooftop solar installation or PM Surya Ghar Yojana. I hope this part is clear. Any doubt in this? Job creation also, you can say it will create job also. Then coming to the next part, there is another thing called as snow leopard. So we are having this another part, snow leopards. So this is one news article that snow leopards are least genetically diverse big cats. Okay. So it shows that like it is having very lower genetic diversity. But questions will not be coming from this section. The questions may be around that what exactly is snow leopard, where does it commonly live, what are its preferable habitat, what is its IUCN status, what is its status in Wildlife Protection Act, etc. So let's talk about the snow leopard. Snow leopard. So can you tell me, like, where do we have, like, if I ask you this one question, that in which country we have the maximum number of snow leopards? In which country we are having the maximum number of snow leopards? So what will be your answer? In which country we are having maximum number of snow leopards? It is generally found in India, Nepal, Bhutan, China, even Pakistan. So in all these areas there is presence of it. So country with the largest number, China, largest number. What we see that if we talk about India, in India there are around 718 numbers of snow leopard. Ladakh has got the highest number. Ladakh has got highest population of this snow leopard. Ladakh is having around 477 out of 718. So from here you can understand it is having the highest number, followed by Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh. Then we have even Jammu and Kashmir, Sikkim. So Sikkim is also there, and then Jammu and Kashmir is also there. So these are the areas, these are the locations where we are having highest number of snow leopards. Generally, it is called as the ghost of the, it is called as ghost of Himalayas. It is called as ghost of Himalayas. It has been called as the ghost of the Himalayas or ghost of the ice cap region. So why it is called as the ghost of the ice cap region? Any idea about this? That why it is called as the ghost of the Himalaya? Hey, Arunachal Pradesh is not having, like, Arunachal Pradesh is not having that much of snowfall area. It is not having that much of, hey, Arunachal Pradesh, Namcha Barwa area, it may have the upper portions. Yes, Arunachal Pradesh also. Arunachal also. In the upper regions, in Namcha Barwa area where the height exceeds 7,000 or 6,000, 5,000, so there you might have. So Arunachal Pradesh is there, Sikkim is there, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal, Uttarakhand and Ladakh. So there also you will find this snow leopard. Then you will find in Nepal also, Bhutan also, China also, Pakistan also, and many other countries. Around 12 countries are there which are having population of snow leopard. Yes, it is able to do this camouflage. Okay. It is able to do this camouflage. Okay. By ice. So this is the region. It is able to do this camouflage by ice. So it remains hidden in that ice and rocks, and then it attacks on its prey. That is why it is called as the ghost of the Himalayas. Ghost of the Himalayas. Now, if we look at this snow leopard, can you tell me What is the IUCN status of this? International Union for Conservation of Nature. What is the IUCN status of this? What is the IUCN status of this snow leopard? Anyone? What is the IUCN status? Is it going to be vulnerable? Is it going to be endangered? Or what? There are 718 individuals in India, but there are so many high number of this snow leopards in China and other countries. So here you will find that it is vulnerable. It is something which is vulnerable. Up to 2017, it was classified as endangered. It was classified as endangered up to this 2017. Then if you look at this, the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, this places it in Schedule 1. Schedule 1. Then in the CITES, Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Flora and Fauna, this is putting it in Appendix 1. Even Convention on Migratory Species is also putting it in Appendix 1. In Appendix 1. This is also one of the 21 organisms included in the recovery program of Ministry of Environment. Okay. It is one of 21 organisms included in recovery program of MOEF, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So it is one of that organism which has been included in the recovery program of this Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. You can see IUCN vulnerable, Wildlife Protection Act Schedule 1, CITES Appendix 1, CMS Convention on Migratory Species. It is also offering protection to this snow leopard. So there also you will find Appendix 1, and it has also been included by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change under this 21 organism which are for recovery. We are trying to recover them. We are trying to increase their population. So this is the fact about snow leopards in India. The news is just about this, that they are the least genetically diverse big cats. Now just one question from you. Okay. What is the significance? What is the significance of genetic diversity? What is the significance of this genetic diversity? What is the significance of genetic diversity? What is the significance of genetic diversity? Anyone? What is the significance of this genetic diversity? Stable environment, disease resistance, yes. The first thing which we get here, that there is going to be a disease resistance. There is going to be a disease resistance. Coping up with environmental change or environmental stress. Coping up with environmental stress. New adaptations. New adaptations. Then we will see that there is also evolution of new organisms, survival. So disease resistance is there. Okay. Disease resistance is there. Then we have coping up with environmental stress, survival, new adaptations, evolution of new organism. All these things are the significance of genetic diversity. If an organism is having more and more genetic diversity, it is more likely to survive. An organism with lesser diversity is not able to survive. There is simple thing, survival of the fittest, and for that diversity is very much required. Diversity is very much required. So this is one part all about the this is one part about our snow leopard and their status. Now, coming to the last article, we have this one thing, Nobel in economics. We have this one thing, Nobel Prize in economics, and it has been provided. This is something which has been provided to Joel Bouquet, Philip Aghion, and Peter Hobbit. Peter Hobbit. So three people occur. So three people have got the Nobel Economics Prize. Okay. Can you tell me that why they have got this Nobel Prize in economics? Why they have got this Nobel Prize in economics? Like half of the prize has gone to like Joel Bouquet. Okay. Half of the prize has gone to this one person, Joel Bouquet. Okay. So he has shown that how technology sustains growth. And they have got this prize for relation between creative destruction and creative disruption, creative disruption and economic growth. So there is a very important thing which has been given by these people. Like they have said that, just look at this one part. They have studied the economic model for centuries, like of the centuries, like from the ancient to the middle age to the present age. They have seen the entire pattern from ancient to medieval to the middle age to the present age. And in this part, they have identified one thing, that earlier, it's not that people were not having knowledge. Earlier also people were having knowledge, but they were not applying it. They were not like going for its functional application. That they were not going for the functional application of the knowledge. What changed after 16th, 17th century? That like there has been a change. The change is all about like now it is prescription, or now that the thing is like how to apply those part, how to apply those information. Okay. So here it has been about like they have shown it to the world. They have shown it to the world that whenever there is a creative disruption, when there is a new thing, only then economic growth will take place. Economic growth will not be taking place if you are continuing with the same thing, the same old game. If everyone is going with the same old game, there is nothing new in the economy which can be formed. So until unless people are looking for some creative disruption, until unless we are looking for something new, Till that time, the economy or other things will be growing in a stagnant manner. It will be growing in a stagnant manner. So technological progress, technological reform, creative disruption is what changes the entire economy. Like just look at the last 200 years. Look at the last 200 years from 1800 to the present age. In this last 200 to 250 years, we have got so many things which was unimaginable at a point of time. This was something which was unimaginable in a point of time. Right now, all of you are listening to me from the different part of the country. You are all listening to me from the different part of the country. It may have been simply impossible to even think about this, even if we go 100 years back. Even if you are going hundreds years back, then also it might not have been possible. So it's not that people were not having knowledge, people were not aware about things. They were aware that light is there. Many of them were aware about stars, about universe, about light rays, about electromagnetic radiations. So people have been aware about that, but they were not applying that knowledge. And then we see that then there was age of the technology. Then there was the progress as per technology. So we have got technology, and all of a sudden, the world changed for so many people. The world had changed for so many people. So this is one thing that they are suggesting, that creative disruptions, creative destruction is what is needed by the economy from time to time. So destruction is the basis of new construction, or destruction is the basis of new foundation. A creative destruction is what drives the economy in an accelerated manner towards higher goals. So that is the aim, that is the thing which has been explained by these people, and that's why they have been given Nobel Prize in Economics. Okay. So I hope this part is clear. Any doubt in this? इन लोगों का नाम ऐसे क्यों होता है? देखो, they would also be saying the same thing. For us, they might also do the same thing, that why we are having such names. They might also be asking the same question. Okay. So that will be all. Any doubt, any question, any confusion? If 3 satellites placed in high Earth orbit can provide global coverage, then why Navik cannot provide global coverage as it contains 7 satellites? See, they can provide global coverage, that's fine, but they would have limited application. If only some people are using it, they might be able to sustain it. If only some people are using it, they might be able to handle it. So that is one problem. Second thing is, it is also about the accuracy. It is also about the accuracy. Like if you are having 3 torch also in one room, if you are having 3 torch at in a circular manner, then also you can have light. But from that torch also, you will find that at some places you will have more light. At some other places, you will have lesser lights. So suppose there is a circular room also. If you are having 3 torches from 3 sides, it will cover the entire room. There will be light in the entire room, but some areas will be highly illuminated, some will be lower. For Diwali vacation, okay, I will try to do that, Nilu. Yes, Arman, you can ask your question. If you are becoming of age of 21 in July, if you are clearing the exam in 2027 July, then you should aim for 2028. Yes, they are dynamic. Lagrange point 4 and 5 are dynamic. Point 4 and 5 are dynamic. One question, rooftop solar scheme. Achha, let me give you one question about general solar. Do you think that solar power has the potential to revolutionize energy sector in India? Energy sector in India. Justify. Do you think that solar power has the potential to revolutionize energy sector in India? Justify 250 words. So this is one thing which you can answer. Okay. I hope that part is clear. I hope you can answer this part. What is biochip? See, it is like a very small chip, and many reactions can take place in that chip. Like it is like a small laboratory. It is like a small laboratory which can carry on multiple tasks simultaneously. So if your final exam is there in July, then you would not be able to go for mains in time, because mains exam is nearly in August, and if your final exam in July, so you will get your mark sheet by maybe August or September. You cannot appear for the mains exam. So that will be all for today. Okay. So let's meet in the next session and then we will discuss more things. Thank you. Take care and all the best. Thank you.